Well, I haven't made a video in a while because I've been busy as hell. It's hard to find time. So, let's see. I think I made a video about the ambulance chasers, so that was pretty great. So, the guy that quit and I took his job, he didn't, I think this was his first driving job. He went to a competitor, and of course, like everyone else, they lied to him, told him what he wanted to hear to hire him. So I've been doing his job 3 months now? Yeah, 3 months. And he was already trying to feel the waters about coming back. Now, he quit before, came back, got all his stuff, but he didn't finish his 2-week notice the second time around. So they'd take him back, but he would have to basically start all over again, and he would have to be working in a sleeper. He wouldn't be getting his job back. So that's the last I heard of him coming back. Let's see. So problem, my tonnage. I've been rolling in with 15,000 pounds of material. So the backstory is, I have no idea how much this stuff weighs. So ideally, I can put it on my truck, and then I know how much it weighs going by my air gauges. Well, problem is, I gotta shut down a conveyor, grab the box, put it on my truck, wait till my gauges equalize, and then put the box down and have the forklift driver put it back underneath the conveyor if it's not heavy enough. So you imagine, you got 3, 4, 5 conveyors, how much time that's going to consume. Now I get paid $90 for this load, and basically it's hour and a half up, maybe say an hour there, so it's 2 hours, an hour down to Canton. That's 3 hours. It's decent pay, But now, if you do that, well, I'll be up there running around like a chicken, doing all this extra work. Now my pay is going to be dropping. So I was doing 1 or 2 loads a day, and basically the steel company thinks, I don't know if they think they're like the mafia or what, but they're dictating the place that I'm at, saying that, well, because I guess apparently they're paying us to transport it down there. That's what I've gathered. So their company is charging so much. So basically, if it's too light, they're just going to charge them the shipping. So, yeah. And on top of all that, so now I just stop going up there all the time. Now I gotta wake up early in the morning, say maybe 4 in the morning, and call. And it takes about probably an hour to get that sorted out because they don't know right away. I'll call, and then I call back in 30 more minutes to see if I even have to go up there. And then there's been a couple days where, I wake up 3 in the morning, and by the time I find out, it's like 5 in the morning. Now I sit in the yard doing nothing. I ain't making money. So I stopped hammering out all these loads up there. I've been coming up like in the afternoon now. Strange. So getting my tonnage up slowly, but just pain in the butt, pain in the butt. And then the steel company is trying to get them to fill out my paperwork. Now I've been filling out the paperwork for the whole time, and I guess we've been doing this for over 10 years. and we've always filled out the paperwork. So they're trying to tell them to have them fill out my paperwork. Who does that? So, yeah. So that's great. And now it's cold, and we had all the rain last week or whatever. And so basically the actual oil is actually freezing. Now I don't know if without the water if it freeze or not, but so it was 16 degrees on Monday, and I get to dump it and the top comes out but the floor don't. So that was special, so I had to wait an hour for them to come out with a mag and yank it out of my box. I got a box up there now. It's been sitting there for about 2 weeks because the forklift guy says it's too light and someone yanked it. But he's not going to put it underneath the conveyor unless I'm making a second trip back. So I know right now I can't drain that box. It is frozen. So yeah. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. So I'm going to wait till it warms up, I guess. Go from there. That thing's got to be brick. So, no. And, so what other fantastic news? Oh, yeah, the box. Yeah, the box. So, one of the days I didn't have a load, they sent me down to this scrapyard. So I get there at 9:30, and never been there before. And talked to the guy there, and my box is literally pushed up against a fence, and there's like diesel engines in front of it, so I can't even like grab a hook to it. So they said that they would move the box if I needed to. So I'm like, yeah, I need you to. So I'm on in the truck and dilly-dallying on my phone, and I see a shear crane coming to my box. Now, if a lot of you guys don't know what a shear crane is, it's basically it's like a backhoe, but instead of having the bucket on it, it's got basically a shear on it which cuts metal, like pipes and stuff like that. So I'm like, this is interesting. So let me tell you what the boxes are like. So basically, on the bottom of the box, there's a rail that slides onto my trailer. So you could probably, you can drag it forward and you're sliding, on the rail. Well, if it's sideways, now you got two things biting in the ground. You got a resistance to push. So anyways, now that you have a brief educational on that, the guy proceeds to push the box from the side of the box sideways. And in doing so, he wrecks the box. Door pops open, he busts the hinge, and he kind of plays it off or whatever, but yeah, he tore it up. So I back up to it. I didn't realize the damage yet. Back up to it, put my hook on it, and I go back there and I see damage, so immediately I take photos and sent to the office. Like, shit's getting real. So the office is upset. Of course, understandable. These boxes are about $6,000 to $8,000 new. So the guy is trying to chain the door shut. Meanwhile, another guy's like, I don't feel too comfortable going down the road with that if it's spilling out. Now, I ain't arguing. I'm like, I wasn't really feeling it myself either. And, so, finally, the guy's like, well, we're just going to fix the box here, blah, 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 blah. Now, I'm thinking they're talking my office, so I'm like, all right, whatever. So, I unhooked from I didn't put it on my truck, but I took the hook off and packed the truck up, got on the road, and said, hey, they're fixing the box, I guess. They're not sending it out. Now my office is like having a coronary. Who's fixing the box? And I'm getting all these questions. And so, sitting there, it's like, okay. Every person I've been in contact with is the middleman. So, like, alright. So then I had to turn around, go back in the yard, back up underneath the box, put my hook on. Guy comes out, and he's like, he's not letting me leave with it. So then I called the office. It's like, hey, he ain't letting me leave with it now. All I heard in the background was like, why? Why? I mean, they're pissed. Meanwhile, there's this huge ass chain from the front of my box to the back with like 5 chain binders and everything else. It was very, very, very nice. high on the top of the box. So they're calling the company that we're working for, because it's not actually them that's dealing with it. So they're getting the bill for the box, I guess. So it's now what? I think it was 11:30 by the time I got out of there, or noon, something like that. That whole time was wasted. And I could have been gone in like 30 minutes if the guy didn't tear the box up. So I go to where I dump, and my company's been in contact with that company. And I get there, and I put the box in the back of my trailer. And I walk up to a couple workers, and I go, hey, do you got a ladder? So the place I was at damaged my box. I can't get the chains. Yada, yada, yada. And the guy immediately goes, well, if you're going to take too long to build out of the box, you're going to have to get out of here because I got other trucks. It was at this point, because I tried to leave the box up there, try to dump the box up there and all that shit. I just looked at him, and I think I just looked at the ground, and I started packing my stuff up, because at that point I was going back down to the home terminal. I was done after wasting all my morning on this box. Finally, I don't know what made them decide to help me, but they helped me. The chain was all the way in the top on my trailer, on top of the box. It wasn't like I could just get it. It took probably 15 minutes to get that door open. Apparently I didn't need the chain. They had to use a claw to beat on the door as we were pulling the latch off. And after I dumped it, I couldn't latch the door. The door was bent. So I had to chain the door back up again. And this time I couldn't latch it. So yeah, that's how that went. I hope I never have to go back again. I have a feeling we ain't going there anymore. I think that was it. They were talking about sending another box up there, but I think I think we ain't doing business with them anymore. So yeah. Let's see. Anything else that I can think of? I can't think of anything. I think that was pretty much it that I can remember. This profession sucks. Oh yeah. The new kid I don't know if I mentioned it, but I think he's been driving a year, and I don't know if he was texting or wasn't paying attention. He was on a state route, and he went around a bend, I guess, and there was a trash truck, and long story short, he went around the trash truck and almost hit a car head on. And rather than hitting the car, he bonsai'd into the trash truck. I don't know what happened to that driver of the trash truck, but he got fired. It looked like, I don't think the truck was rolled, but yeah, it was pretty bad. Ripped the hydraulic tank off, flat tire, all kinds of goody stuff. I thought it was rolled, but we found out that he goofed up. He shouldn't have even been on that state route, especially if he's only had a year on his belt. So hopefully the ambulance chasers don't find him. It'd be very bad for him. He probably lost his CDL. I don't know. I guarantee you he's gonna be blacklisted. So, because something like that, DOT was probably up him, and they looked at everything. So he got fired on the spot. So liability is what it is. Well, have a good day.